Hello and welcome back to Get Great at Maths. I'm here to help you pass your maths exam, so hit that like and subscribe button. We're going to look at keywords, key formulas and how to gain top marks. So let's get ready to get great at maths. This question is finding the difference between numbers in standard form. Now all these numbers in this table are written in standard form. We know they're in standard form because they've got times 10 to a power, and at the beginning of the number you've got one digit before the decimal point, which means all these digits here are written in standard form. What we've got to do is look at the keywords in the question, which are the difference between the two lakes that are identified in the question. You've got to give your answer in standard form, and then you've got to round that number to two significant figures, and this will be worth 4 marks in the exam. Now, to be able to answer this question, we need to know some key facts. So we need to know that the word difference means subtract. We need to then write the numbers for the lakes that are identified, so this top one and the third one. We need to write these as ordinary numbers, and then we're going to subtract them. This is a calculator paper, so you can use a calculator for this question. Large numbers, which all these are going to be, have got positive powers. So the powers here are all positive numbers, so these will all be large numbers. And if they were negative numbers, then you would have small numbers. That means they're decimal numbers. Now, to identify what the number is, we take the decimal point and we move it to the right to make it bigger, the number of places that the power is. And similarly, with a negative power, you would move the decimal point to the left. Okay, so it goes opposite directions. Press pause, have a go at the question, and then press play when you're ready to hear the answer. Fantastic work, well done. Give me a thumbs up and write a comment below if you've got the answer correct or you've had a great go at this question. Well done. So first of all, we're going to identify the top lake. Now we've got the number 1.81 times 10 to the power of 4, and we're going to write this as an ordinary number. So I start with the digits 1.81. Now this decimal point here has got to move to the right because the number is a large number, so this decimal point is going to move to the right because to make the number bigger. Now this number is going to move 4 times to the right, so the decimal point is going to move 4 places to the right, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and the new decimal point will end up here at the end. In the gaps, I've got to write zeros to hold the place value, so there become zeros here, and then the decimal point moves from between the 1 and the 8 and all the way to the end of the digit. So I've got the number 18,100. I could do the same for the second lake that is required. So I've got 3.2 times 10 to the power of 3. The decimal point is going to move between the 3 and the 2, and it's going to go 1, 2, 3 places to the right. There is one gap where there is nothing, so we put a 0 in there, and you will get 1 mark for writing both of these numbers in standard form. From here, we need to subtract the numbers because we've got to find the difference. Okay, so to find the difference, we are going to subtract these numbers. Now, you are allowed a calculator for this question, so you can literally just type them in on the calculator, or you could have even typed in the question on the calculator in the first place. But you'll be given the answer 14,900, which is your second mark. From here, we've got to write the answer to 2 significant figures. So it says in the question we're going to go to 2 significant figures. This is your first significant figure, the 1. The 4 is your second significant figure. So we've got to write this to 2 significant figures. So I look after the second significant figure and I look at the digit next to it, which is the 9. Now the 9 is greater than 5, so it's going to make this 4 round up to become a 5, which is 15,000 for 1 mark. I then need to write this answer in standard form. So the decimal point has now got to go between the 1 and the 5 because it goes after the first non-zero digit. So it goes after the 1. So the decimal point is currently at the end of this number, and it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 times to get between the 1 and the 5, which means your answer is 1.5 times 10 to the power 4 because it's a large number, it's a positive power. Okay, and the number of times that decimal point had to move from between the 1 and the 5 to the end of the number was 4. 1.5 times 10,000, because 10 to the power 4 is 10,000, gives you the 15,000. Give me a like if you got this correct. Well done, guys. Thanks for listening. Here is the mark scheme for this question. The answer was 1.5 times 10 to the 4. NFWW means not for wrong working. ISW means ignore subsequent working, which means if you wrote an answer after you got 1.5 times 10 to the 4, that can be ignored. This was worth 4 marks in total. B3 means there are 3 method marks for getting this stage or equivalent. B2 are 2 method marks for getting to this stage. N1 is 1 method mark for getting here. Now, if you didn't get any marks on the question for what you've done, but you rounded your answer correctly to 2 significant figures, you can get 1 mark for doing the rounding correctly. Give me a like if you got this correct. Well done, everyone. If you've enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment below to let me know what you would like to see in my next video. See you next time.